There's a brilliant thing on Twitter. I think it's called Sleepy Commuters, and it's where people take pictures of commuters that have fallen asleep, which sounds like, yeah, whatever, how. But honestly, if you go and look at it, I'm fairly certain it's just called Sleepy Commuters. I'll try have a look in a minute. And it's pictures of people who have fallen asleep on trains and on buses. It's really funny. So I want to find out from my next guest, author Andy Leeks, who's written a book called As They Slept. Did they get the idea from you, or did you nick it from them, Andy?
I don't know. It's a bit of a weird one. That Nick. I've been around since 2012, and I think I know the guy Henry who runs it. We talk to each other and have a laugh at commuters on a regular basis. So I think we kind of started around the same time, but because of the nature of what we do, writing funny things and posting funny things about commuters, we're kind of good friends. So
there's going to be an overlap there, isn't there? I mean, it's just a great idea anyway.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I mean, back in 2012, I come up with this idea of writing a book on the commute because everyone around me always seems to be either making a load of noise or being fast asleep. And my idea was to write a book about the funny side of commuting, so that's where it all started.
So the book's called As They Slept, and what was it? Was there one moment where you just thought, you know what, I can turn this into a book? There's some gold in here.
Well, it sort of came about through looking around me and seeing that everyone around me was asleep. And I remember thinking, how many hours a year people waste on their commute, just sleeping and sleeping and sleeping. I wonder what you could do in that time. And I realised that you could probably write a book in a year, and while they slept, I'll have written a book. So that's how it came about on my side of things.
What a brilliant idea. That's a great use of your commuting time. You wrote a book.
That's it. I mean, a couple of my friends, they sleep on every single commute. And I said, do you realise in the 500-odd hours that you've slept in the last year, I've actually written, released and sold 50,000 copies of this book. And they can't believe it. It is an amazing thing.
It's an amazing thing. It's a great... Andy, I don't know if are you like standing in a toilet or something? You're not on a train, are you? Because you sound really funny. Can you hear us all right?
I can hear you fine, yeah.
Okay, fine.
I'm in one of these echoey rooms. Let me see if I can go to another one.
Yeah, well, we'll persevere. We're talking to Andy Leeks. He's the author of As They Slept. It's a collection of comic tales of travel and trepidation about the daily commute. He got inspired when he was on his commute and he thought, do you know what? Instead of just sitting here, all like these people just sleeping, I could write a book. Tell us about some of the funny things that you've seen then, Andy.
Oh, I mean, there's just so many. There's the noisy eater is one that really, really annoys me. And you often see it. They line up their breakfast on the morning commute. And you can see there's an apple, and you know that's going to be noisy, followed by a bit of granola, and then the crisps come out and the pop, and it just really, really drives me mad.
Sounds like the breakfast the champions, like a bit of granola, an apple and a bag of crisps.
You'd be surprised. There's so many things. In fact, Nick, I wrote quite a funny poem about different types of commuters, and it's quite clean and good. Is it all right if I read out?
As long as it's clean, as long as you're not going to get me done, I'd love to hear it.
Absolutely clean, I promise you. So here we go. There's not one person that makes a commuter. Some sit quietly and work on their computer. Others use the time to apply their makeup, while others look depressed over their latest breakup. Then there are those that talk on the phone and others that can't leave their armrest alone. Of course, there's always the noisy eater, and you'll always sit next to the broken heater. There's always a train guard that looks like Yoda, and the guy in the corner with questionable odour. There is always someone tapping their feet, and now here comes Fatty with his huge broadsheet. There's always an old guy that should have retired, and a person whose ticket has just expired. The guy with the braces who's starting to snore, and the one with the glasses, the office bore. A hungover guy collapsed in a heap, and 5 or 6 others are fast asleep. But always be careful, and make sure you look for the guy called Andy who's writing his book.
Oh, mate. We love that. The guy that looks like Yoda. Do you know what? There's quite a lot of pathos in that poem. That's Larkin-esque, that is. I'm loving that, mate. What are we calling that poem? Does it have a name?
I don't know, it's called Which One Are You? Something like that, because we all recognise everyone in that sort of poem, don't we?
Absolutely. I love that. And can we read that in your book, As They Slept?
That's it. It's one of the chapters in the book, absolutely.
Loving it. Andy, great to talk to you, buddy. Have a great afternoon. Are you commuting somewhere today?
Yeah, commuting home, 2 hours. It's going to be fun.
2 hours, mate. I do not envy you. I hope it's relatively painless, and watch out for Yoda.
Thanks, Rick. Have a great day.
You too. That was brilliant.